Doom 2 famously never came to the Jaguar in any official capacity, which is quite strange considering how successful the original game was on Atari's maligned 64-bit platform. However, it appears that in 2010 a fan-made version of Doom 2 was produced for the annual eJagFest festival, which is usually held in Germany, and it's this version I'm looking at in this video. The clues to this are evident in the intro sections to this ROM hack, namely the eJagFest logo burned into the floor, but let's take a look at the impressive effort to bring id's seminal shooter to a platform it could and should have graced anyway. The first thing to note here is that this is a hack of the original Jaguar Doom with WADs from Doom 2 imported, so most of the line effects you'll see in other versions of the game are missing, and because it's basically the first game with new levels imported, a lot of the textures and environmental features in bona fide Doom 2 ports are also notable by their absence. There are actually two different versions of the Doom 2 ROM hack for the Jaguar, and they only differ in the later levels they contain. Neither has the full number of stages contained in the retail version of the game, and there are a couple of other differences too. So a good illustration of the difference in the textures used in the Jaguar ROM hack is this section coming up now. You will note this little alcove here on the right hand side. In the PC version, you've got these kind of bars that keep the imp in that little alcove, but in the Jaguar version, because that isn't part of the game, it never exists. Now, while most of the levels, certainly the levels that are actually contained within this ROM, are very accurate and faithful to the original version of Doom 2 that you probably know and love, there are some differences, mainly down to the complexity of the levels. Maybe the Jaguar couldn't handle them, and also because of the fact that, again, this is a ROM hack. There are some glaring omissions. For a start, there is no super shotgun, so you are basically stuck with the normal pump action shotgun. Not that that's a bad thing, it's one of the most iconic and best guns in any game ever. But for example, here in normal Doom 2, you would find the super shotgun, but here it's just a normal pump action shotgun. The levels are simplified quite drastically in places, simply because the Jaguar probably couldn't handle the complexity of the architecture in some places, and there are lots of missing textures filled in by ones you'd normally expect to find in the later levels of original Doom. On top of this, the missing enemies from Retail Jag Doom are also missing here, as are the additional foes from Retail Doom 2. So there are no chain gun guys, there's no nightmare imps or demons, and certainly no revenants or arachnotrons. Likewise, the lack of in-game music carries over, although through the magic of editing, that can be remedied. So yeah, that's Doom 2 for the Atari Jaguar. It's not perfect, but it's a damn good effort by the people who did it. I can only give my gratitude and thanks to the hard-working team who actually went on and created this for the Jaguar community. And yeah, for all intents and purposes, it's probably about as good as we're going to get. It's Doom 2 basically on the Atari Jaguar. Enjoy.